The AI war just got personal. Microsoft is no longer just partnering with OpenAI. They are building a technological moat so deep that it guarantees their dominance for the next decade. Today we're cutting through the noise. We're showing you the charts, revealing why their $80 billion strategy is important for AI, and answering the question, is Microsoft a guaranteed win in the AI race? First of all, in this deep dive, we will cover three main points. Number one being the $80 billion investment pivot. Number two, the financial reality and strong moat of Microsoft. And number three, a technical chart analysis to pinpoint the bullish continuation zones and final price targets. Point number one, the AI war and the $80 billion firewall. To understand what Microsoft is screaming by, you have to look past the valuation, and this is the infrastructure. The $80 billion investment through 2028 to build AI-optimized data centers is Microsoft's firewall against any competition. This is a colossal capital commitment designed to fuel the massive computational demands of AI models. But the biggest story right now is the overall shift. For years, this thesis was simple. Microsoft is partnered with OpenAI, and that partnership has gotten complicated. First of all, there's been the frenemy dynamic. OpenAI is now formally partnering with Microsoft rivals like Google Cloud and Oracle for infrastructure. This now forces Microsoft to adapt. As well, Microsoft has been having an unveiling of its in-house foundational model, MAI-1 Preview. This model, trained on 15,000 H100 GPUs from NVIDIA, is a direct move to reduce long-term dependency on a single partner, giving them greater control over the $80 billion that they are spending. This means that Microsoft is no longer a passive investor. It is building a vertically integrated AI stack, which is critical for trust and security in the enterprise market. Point number two, the profit engine. How do we know that these investments are paying off? The financial results for fiscal year 2025 are undeniable proof. First of all, we got intelligent cloud dominance, with total revenues growing 15% year over year. That growth was overwhelmingly led by the intelligent cloud segment, where Azure and other cloud services grew by a remarkable 39% in the final quarter. This growth rate underscores the immense, non-stop demand for AI workloads. Simply as well, their cash flow and premium valuations has had Microsoft generating over $136 billion in cash from operations, funding its massive capex without breaking stride. Its PE ratio is currently around 37.4, which is higher than historical average, but this premium is justified by the market's confidence in its AI leadership. Now, let's bring the fundamental story to the chart to confirm our bullish stance. As we can see here, we are on a daily chart of Microsoft. We have the following indicators. We have the RSI, which gives us levels of overbought or oversold conditions, as well as the 50 and 200 EMA, which are just important technical levels. We also have the volume here, which has been seeing an intense increase here ever since the 19th of September. Now, the stock here has been having a very nice trend, very intense buying, very strong. We haven't even pulled back to the 50 up until this date here, like I said, of the 5th of September, which is right here. This is where we've been buying, and buyers have been holding these levels. We're seeing a curve within the price action, and it just shows intense support. Also, if we look here, for example, at the volume, there's been intensified volume, more interest from the buyers that are looking to just, pick up this name at such an important discount here. Now, I do believe that if the stock does break this level of resistance here of $519, then the stock will go even higher towards our price target that we have of $593 on the stock. If that does happen, the entry would be here at $519, and that would guarantee a 14% upside on the stock. Also, we have to consider here by using important confluence levels, for example, the anchored VWAP, which gets the average price of participants that enter this name. So in this case, we want to see the overall average price of the short sellers that came in at this high exactly. And their average price is 514. That's exactly where we've been finding resistance. We haven't been able to clear that overhead here on Microsoft, but as long as we get above and we see something like this, Similar within the price action, like a breakout candle, signifying here the buyers, something like this that breaks above that area of resistance with such intensity. And then we see a candle form, for example, like this, and then we still have continuation, and that would signify to me that this is a time to go long on Microsoft, right? Obviously towards the targets that I said of 593. Also, we can see here that the RSI on the bottom here of the screen, we see that it's been having higher highs and higher lows. What this means here is that during this decline that we had, the RSI was pretty much declining. But then we've been making a higher high. And what I mean by this is like this. So example, higher low, which is right here, and it's rising. We see the overall pink line here starting to rise and seeing this increase above this EMA that we see here on the chart here. This does show that there is underlying buying pressure, right? Additionally, from that, if we plot a very important volume level of confluence, for example, the anchored volume profile tool, which I have here on TradingView, and we plot it from this high, is going to show us the point of control from the sellers and buyers. So as you can see here, this shows that this line right here, this black line, was the most fought or the battle zone between the two sides, the buyers and sellers. And in this case, the buyers are still winning as long as they remain above this level of $507 with around 32 cents. And we can see here that there's a lot of areas of liquidity here, which we may find short-term resistance around these zones right here. You can see these zones show short-term resistance, but as long as we clear that, there's pretty much no sellers at these zones. So it will allow for even, I believe, an acceleration towards the upside. As well here, there are some buyers located at the bottom, which I do believe that if we do break this temporarily, like we did here, then we will find that upward momentum that we saw here, where the buyers picked up the name at a very important discount here on the stock. So overall, I am upgrading the stock with a price target towards $593 on Microsoft. I'm fully bullish on this company, especially in its Azure cloud growth of 39%, overall surpassing analyst estimates. In conclusion, we believe that Microsoft is done asking for permission. They have the cash, the infrastructure, and now the proprietary models to run the AI revolution on their own terms. If you're betting on the future of enterprise AI, the chart and the fundamentals say that Microsoft is a must-own. Thank you guys for watching the video, and like I said, if you found value in this deep dive, please like and subscribe, and check out another video with our channel. Like I said, don't let the markets whip you guys out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.